Camera number 169 of 365, and we have a Canon Epoca 135. We'd regard it as a bridge camera combining SLR with a full range of zoom going from 38 to 135 millimeters. It requires batteries to operate all its functions, so let's go ahead and put a battery in the camera. Now, to put the battery into the Epoca, we have two methods of doing it. We can just simply, there's a little battery cover here, and we just press it, and that allows us to then put in our battery. It's a 2CR5 battery and can only go one way, so that's good. And then just put the door back in the right orientation. And we can do it another way, of course. There's a little red latch here that allows us to put our battery in and put our film in as well. And we put our film into the chamber and then just feed the leader down to those 2 points, between those 2 points. And then when we close the door, the film will be rewound, will be wound out, and our first frame will register in the liquid crystal display. So that's how we do it. Just while we're on the back, we just have a tripod mount, just there. So turning our attention to the back of the camera, the little liquid crystal display tells us all our, or readout of all of our functions. Our first button is what they call a fixed focus button, and basically the camera will zoom in and out to try and maintain a fixed size, or magnification I think is the expression in the manual, of our subject. So that could be useful for various reasons, particularly when we're taking portraits, and maybe we change our location and then we can keep the size of our individual in the frame. Moving to the next, we have various flash modes that we can toggle through: full flash, fill-in flash, we have red eye reduction, and then the next button along is our release mode. We have single release, continuous release. There's also RT, real time, which basically reduces the lag between pressing the shutter button and actually taking the photograph. And we can employ that both in single and continuous mode. And then we have a mid-roll rewind button there. In our liquid crystal display, we have a readout of the frame counter and our battery condition. And then up above here, we have a diopter adjustment, which is very useful as a glasses wearer, and then our self-timer button on to the right of that. Looking through the viewfinder, there is no information, but there are two LEDs here in the just outside to the right of the viewfinder. I don't know if you can see that, just there where my thumb is, and that will tell us a green light will illuminate when we've achieved focus, and there's also a reminder that perhaps a flash will be fired. So how do we turn the camera on? Well, we have to undo the door, which reveals the slightly unique view of the Epoca. The right here is there's a flash behind our Frenzel lens, if you like, and that will diffuse our flash. But there's the flash there, quite a powerful flash. And then in the lens here we have the various arrays that allow focus and also and will communicate whether flash is required. The zoom is moved in and out with the button here on the right. Let's just show that in operation. There we go. It's quite smooth. There we go. And then the only other thing on the top here is a waist level viewfinder, which is very helpful. I found I used that a lot, particularly when I was crouched down, perhaps taking photographs of flowers. I would default to using this. Again, very bright, and you get the full benefit of the zoom. So you're not just looking through a piece of plastic, you are actually looking through the lens effectively. There we go. So that's pretty much it. So we have our camcorder style strap here, and then we can reach our shutter button and our zoom as well. It does fold out to be a full-length strap if we want that as well. So there we go. That is camera number 169 of 365.